We got into this huge argument on nuclear energy. I'm against it and he's for it. Now that argument somehow got replaced by some brouhaha on the war. I'm against it and he's for it. And that segued into taxes. And he doesn't think he should have to pay any. And I said to him...
So you had a lot of political differences?
Yes. Yes. Well, then the very next day, after I did inform him that I voted for McCain, he called me a complete idiot.
Mr. Feldkamp called you an idiot?
A complete one.
And then what happened?
Well, not long after that, he walked into my office and he fired me.
Have you ever had any yearly reviews with respect to your employment with Mr. Feldkamp?
Yes.
How'd they go?
Okay. He said I could perform better, and he said sales could be higher. But in this economy, come on, you know that. It's bad everywhere. I mean, it's like the #1 problem in this country right now.
So you consider the economy to be the #1 problem in the country?
Yes, I do.
If I may ask, how does John McCain's economic policy differ from Barack Obama's?
Taxes. And, well, I'm not exactly sure what else, to be honest.
Well, if you consider it to be the #1 problem in the country...
Look, even despite how they all say they'll be different, they all do the same thing once they get elected. Come on, you know that.
You were an ardent Hillary Clinton supporter, were you not?
Yes, I was, proudly.
And according to your coworkers, you crossed over to McCain primarily because of Sarah Palin.
Yes.
Because her policies were consistent with Hillary's?
Because I was impressed with her. And because she strikes me as a real American, which is what this country needs.
And you liked her spunk?
And the country needs spunk too, yes.
No, look, as I said to her lawyer over there, I like Martha Hadley. Nice lady. But my God, sales is about selling. It's about relating to people. She doesn't even read the newspaper.
Well, George Bush doesn't read the paper.
I'd never hired George Bush. Would anybody?
Yet you voted for John McCain, who supports
No. This is not about politics. This is about being smart or not smart. And she is the latter.
But Mr. Feldkamp, to be fair, you're basing your conclusion on her political opinion.
No, what I'm saying is that whatever your opinion is about anything, at least be able to defend it. And failing that, articulate it. Martha's never been the brightest bulb in the tanning booth, but when she talks politics, I just cringe. I go, how can I have a person like that working for me? Well, guess what? My company. I don't have to.
Do you make all your employees defend their political beliefs?
Not all my employees launch into them.
But had she defended hers better, she might...
Look, for 16 months, she just went prancing around talking Hillary, and then she railed against Obama's inexperience all throughout the primaries. And then out comes some moose hunter from Alaska. She knows nothing about Sarah Palin or about John McCain. What does that say about her?
Sarah.
No.
Hillary.
Her. What does it say about a person who can be so arbitrary, so fickle? And this is about stuff she actually felt strongly about. I'll tell you what it says. She is an idiot. Let somebody else hire her. I don't think it'll be you.
How dare you let him go off on me like that in a courtroom?
I didn't let him go off.
Yes, you did. He was bellowing that I was an idiot, and you just sat there. And so did you, of all people.
Now, wait, what's that supposed to mean?
It means that it was blatant sexism. And I expected more from a person of your caliber.
Now, hold on here.
Is that the kind of lawyer you are? Is that the kind of woman?
Honey, the sexist in all this is you.
Me?
Yeah, you claim to be a staunch Hillary Clinton supporter. You walked into that booth and voted against everything Hillary stands for. And why? Because the Republicans added to their ticket someone they referred to at the convention as the hot chick.
Oh, so you just sit quiet and let me get brutalized on the stand?
I sat there for 2 reasons. First, there was no valid objection to be made.
And second?
You are an idiot.
The unassailable right to vote is the core principle of any democracy. And people have the right to cast their ballot for whomever they want, for good reasons, for bad reasons, or for no reason at all. Let's face it, Your Honor, we as a nation are horribly uninformed when it comes to politics. Approximately 1/3 of the people in this country, people of voting age, couldn't tell you the name of our current vice president. Now, admittedly, some of us like to block it out, but even so, only 2 in 5 adult Americans know we have 3 branches of government. And Mr. Feldkamp expects his employees to actually know the political issues of the day? Well, today, our news programs consist solely of sensational headlines and sound bites. People forego newspapers for the internet, where instead of relying on credentialed journalists, they turn to these bloggers, sort of entry-level life forms that intellectually have yet to emerge from the primordial ooze. This is how we've gotten the elected officials we've gotten. We've never really cared about issues. Come on, we're more concerned with how Hillary looks in a pantsuit or whether Barack can bowl. We don't always go for the best or the brightest. We elect the guy we'd most like to have a beer with, or the gal we'd most like to feel up in the back of the car. Now, I certainly wouldn't pick my airline pilot that way, or my accountant or doctor, but for my president, so often it's give me the blue-collar, lunch bucket good old boy who fits in best at the pancake breakfast. The problem with Mr. Feldkamp, and forgive me, I hesitate to say this about anybody, but he's an elitist.
Objection.
I realize that's much worse than being called stupid.
Mr. Shore, let's stay on message.
The message is we vote for who we like. It's as simple as that. We don't need to have a reason. It's as simple as that. The Founding Fathers did not form a meritocracy. This is a democracy. We can be as stupid as we choose. We're Americans. We're as simple as that.